Good evening from here in London. We've just seen that closing bell on Wall Street and we covered earnings from both SanDisk and AMD. SanDisk beating both their earnings and their revenue, but didn't post an indication of their future outlook, so their shares are down around 2% after market. AMD posted some strong earnings. Their shares are up around 2% in after market trading. Earlier in the day we did see some strong US corporate data with around 8 firms boosting their forecast, a further 6 affirming them. This is from data of around 28 companies, so some good numbers from the US corporates. However, we did have a considerably weaker US fully fed data, so this did weigh on the major indices. However, they did recover some ground ahead of the closing bell to finish in positive territory ahead of the Easter weekend. Looking over at WTI crude futures, these did break the $112 level, which had been acting as resistance earlier in the day. These finished in positive territory for the session. T-Net's also in positive territory. So looking back on the week, we have had some quite significant events that have came out. Firstly, on Monday we did have Moody's revise the US outlook to negative from stable, so this did see a real strong drop in US equity futures and also weighing in the FX market. On Tuesday we had the BOE's minutes. These did come in fairly dovish. We saw quite a strong drop in cable, however this later retraced it. We've had a real theme this week of US dollar weakness, which has also been a real boost to the commodity markets as well, with both spot gold and spot silver showing some real strength. Spot gold hitting all-time highs above that 1500 level. So on Wednesday we had UK retail sales. This came in very strongly, so it's a real boost to cable there. And also today we did see cable up around 200 pips, so some real strength in the FX market. In terms of this week's earnings, we have seen some real decent numbers from the likes of Apple, and in the tech sector from Intel and IBM, so we have had quite a strong retracement in the equity market following Monday's credit rating revision, so a real rebounding for the US indices. So that's it from us. We wish you a pleasant Easter weekend, and we'll be back on Monday to cover the US session.